Hey guys, what is up today? Thanks so much for tuning in with the Crochet Lady. So today, I have a question from one of my viewers on Insta, and her question was, how do you keep Tunisian crochet stitches from rolling? And there's just a few tips and tricks that I use. I mean, I realize, you may have something that you use, and but if you're looking for a technique, maybe I have something here that can help you. So let me share with you a few things I do um, to keep the roll from happening. All right, so the first thing that you may need to do is size up in hooks. And you may not need to, but you also may, and I'll show you why. Second, your tension may be too tight. Maybe like when you pull, it's just, you just like don't know how to let go a little bit. You may need to let go a little bit more. Also, incorporating extended stitches, which is really just a chain one after the main part of the stitch is worked. This is how you can relieve a lot of the roll. Creating air in between your rows or stitches keeps your work flat. Also, crocheting the edge with 2 to 3 rows of single crochet or half double crochet relieves a lot of the curl and tension as well. And I'll explain all these things further in the next scene. Now, you would think that a bigger hook would solve your problems of rolling, but it really doesn't, because close-knit stitches like the Tunisian simple stitch or the modified Tunisian simple stitch or the knit stitch, those are close-knit stitches no matter what size hook you use, so you're almost always going to have some type of roll. But then, that's not always true, because look at this Sinfonia cotton. Now, this is a cotton crochet thread / cotton yarn. It's like right in between. But you can see it doesn't roll, and I'm not doing anything to it. It just sits like that. And that's because the way that this thread / yarn is constructed is completely different than the way that other fibers are constructed. So I used a size 8 on this, but I also used a size 8 on this, which is completely curled. And it's the same size yarn. So why is that? And it's just what I said before, is the way that this fiber is put together is totally different than this one. So that a lot of times has to do with why your item would roll. The fibers are simply different. Let's look at this one. Now this is a crochet thread, and I used, let's see, I used a 4.5 millimeter for this. And it rolls, but it really doesn't even roll as much as this does, and it's way small. So once again, the construction of the crochet thread is totally different than this one, the yarn bee, and it's different than the Sinfonia. So each fiber that you use, it has its own characteristics. It may be put together completely different. So anyways, that is the information about hook size and how it can make a difference, and also sometimes how it makes no difference at all. Alright, I'll see you in the next scene, where we will talk about incorporating extended stitch. Alright, so we have this sample here, and in this sample you can see that I have some extended stitches in between each row. And what this does is it creates air, it creates space in between your stitches and your rows, so your item is just going to lay flat. Okay? I mean, other than that tiny little bit of roll right there, it's basically a flat item. Whoops. Let's see here if I can. There you go. Okay? So getting air in your stitches helps with the roll too. Let's check out this sample. I have some coffee spilled on here. But anyway, you can see these stitches are spread out, and there's air in between them. So that's how come this lays flat almost from the very, very beginning. I mean, you have like a slight curl just because, that's going to happen. But other than that first chain row there, you basically have no curl because there's space, air, in between your stitches. I'll show you another example. Same thing. Lots of air, lots of space. So in order to avoid rolling, you may want to start doing different stitches, incorporating extended stitches, or, just kind of breaking away from the tight knit regular stitches and expand your knowledge a little bit and, scale up in stitches. Another way I like to keep my Tunisian crochet flat is I like to put an edge on it. And as you can see in this project here, I put 3 edges, or 3 rows. I put 1 purple edge, and then 1 row of purple single crochet. Then I did 1 row of white single crochet, and then I topped it off with the final edge being half double crochet. And I like half double crochet because it gives some density, but not too much length. And it's actually like probably one of my favorite crochet stitches. So yeah, I do that, put an edge on it, and then also what I do is I make sure that I store my item nice and flat so that it stays how I want it. And make sure that when you fold it, you fold it in like so, like this, so that when you wrap it up, it stays. Okay? You want this part to stay nice and flat. All right, so those are some of the things that I personally do to make sure that my Tunisian crochet stays, more like this and less like this. All right, so I hope some of these pointers helped you guys out today. Please feel free to leave a comment, and I will be back to chit-chat with you guys in the very near future. All right, peace out.